Whenever the conversation of fetishes come up, feet is often brought up. This obsession with feet has never made sense to me. How can a foot get you excited? This fetish comes up so much whether a girl jokes about selling feet pics or a girl streamer being reluctant to show their feet. Well, thanks to the geniuses over at Bandai, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 has a new DLC that capitalizes on this. Feet fetish, also known as podophilia, is the sexual interest in feet. Well, whether or not that is the case for you or anyone who might like feet watching this video, why is it that Bandai and Koei Tecmo decide to include a costume for a character that is depicted as a child showcasing their feet? Now, before anyone says, no, it's not weird, Makai, it's not weird, during her full burst, they actually bring focus to her feet. Sure, you can make the claim that, hey, it's not weird, it's just her without her shoes on or whatever, but when you bring focus to it, that tells me is that you're aware of the way people view feet. Now, you can argue, oh, it's a Japan thing, and Japan are freaky and this is more socially acceptable. If you're telling me that, then you're also selling this in other markets. Something don't sit right with me. So Twitter caught wind of the recent DLC drop, and the character S-Snake has a costume that removes her shoes. It's labeled Dom Shoes Off. The funny thing about this DLC is that it got many people joking, but it does present a problem. According to the One Piece Wikipedia, S-Snake is canonically 2 but biologically 8. Yeah, people should be able to see the problem with this. Why is S-Snake depicted in a non-canon costume that simply removes her shoes? None of Oda's official depictions nor the Toei team presents her without shoes. They don't bring focus to her feet. They don't even make this joke or emphasis on her feet in the manga. If they did, it would have been a huge uproar in the community. However, a DLC likely would need approval from Shueisha. If Bandai does something odd with the IP that Shueisha doesn't approve of, then they'll hit them with the you need to change this or else. But none of that happened. And if this got approved, what that tells me is that Shueisha does not see anything wrong with this. Now, the easy excuse could just to be to blame Japan's culture, and Japan's just weird like that, and they just all like feet, and they don't look at feet as something sexual. But people in America and other territories do. You see it all the freaking time. You see it in different medias. Heck, if you go over to Nickelodeon, it was to a point that you saw feet in so many of the Nickelodeon shows. Now people were airing out Dan Schneider because of how weird that shit was. It was weird back then and it's weird now. But again, Japan definitely has to view this differently. People outside of Japan who support One Piece games, why would they do something like this and sell it to those people? It's kind of like, they're missing the point. Now, did this stop sales from being made from this DLC if you're already a fan of One Piece? Probably not. But what this does is that for the outsiders who might have been interested in playing One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 and giving it a chance, they might look at this and say, you know what, that's kind of freaky, that's kind of weird, why would they do that? And to add insult to injury, they actually never gave us an official way to cast our votes in a global market for DLC 8, because when the votes came in, it turned out that Z was one of the 3 characters. Many people asked the question, who the hell voted for this guy? And the only answer that makes sense is the Japanese market, because they were the only people that were able to vote. Now, you could prove me wrong and show me the English voting polls and post that the English pages made, but last I checked, it was only the Japanese pages that had the voting poll, and you had to do translation just to put in your voting cast. But who knows if the English people's vote was even considered. But this video is only me going over a situation and how it could be viewed as weird, odd, and quite frankly strange. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I am Makai, what yo, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.